Alright, so since the last video I said I was going to be doing this rear bumper cover and that I was waiting on some reverse lights. So just an update on that for you. You can see the bumper is in primer. It took the primer well. None of the cracks came through. I even took it off the stand just a little bit and tried to flex it to see if any of that stuff would crack through, and none of it did. So I decided, today, beautiful day, so I'm going to block down this primer. I'm going to get this thing painted, and then the reverse lights are actually supposed to be here today. So if I get this painted and I let it sit outside in the sun all day at 73 degrees, I should be able to put it on later tonight, put the lights in, put it on the car. And then when that's done, I can put the center taillight piece in and just put the taillights in to kind of finally see it finished. But remember, I got to pull all the trunk panels out again. It'll bolt down, and then I can put all the trunk panels back in, and then I can just be done with it. And hopefully the cracks won't ever come back. So that's the game plan. I'm going to go out and paint this thing, and we'll go from there. Alright, so the bumper's painted now, just waiting on those reverse lights to get here. And once they get here, we'll put that on the car. I'll put the reverse lights in, put that back on the car, and I'm not looking forward to that because if I remember correctly, it was like 20 bolts. Let me see, right here it is. Rear bumper cover. These are all bolts and clips for the rear bumper, and there's a lot of them. And like I said, you got to get inside the trunk to get this one out and to get this one out. And this one is a royal pain in the ass. And I mean, those are really all the hard ones. The rest are just mostly up top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 right up top. And then the bracket for the bottom. I'm not sure what I did with the bracket. But there's a bracket that goes on the bottom to connect that, I believe. So once I get that all on, I'll put the centerpiece in. I'll probably just put both taillights in again just so I can look at it and see how it looks. But, we'll get the taillights in here eventually as well. So, I don't know. I got to get the, got to order the taillight yet, obviously. Got to order a new front bumper yet. And there's still a lot of stuff I got to order, but we're getting there. All right, the reverse lights are finally here. Here you can see now old versus new. And without them being side by side, you really just, obviously one looks old and yellow and the other one looks brand new. But the big thing was that this was busted on this one, and the bulb in this one was blown, and I can't take it out. The tab's breaking off and everything. So I just got 2 new ones. We're going to put them in. That's going to look really nice. It actually came with 2 new hardware pieces as well. Probably not even going to bother switching them out. It don't matter. But gotta get this bumper on and get the taillights in just to see how we're looking. And then I also got this big bag of assorted clips. So like my front door panel is missing one of these right here that allows me to run a screw through it and clamp the door panel down. So I put one of those on the door panel, as well as these right here are the same style clips that are used to hold these on. And you can see how loose it is because it's missing the clip right here. I gotta clean this off. I must have brushed up against it or something. And same thing on the other side. Walk over here. Okay, see how it's sticking out? So whenever I get a new clip, we can clip that back on and fix that. You can just see the big gap up there. So we can pull off all the panels, put new clips on them, repair all those, get this bumper on, get the reverse lights in, get the tail lights on, and she should be looking pretty good after all that. Alright guys, got everything together, everything's on. Just kind of sat the tail lights in there just to see how it looked, so none of that's sitting right or bolted down. I definitely think I'm going to go with the full taillight piece. Probably not going to run that painted section. I think it's just a little bit too much. But I think it looks good. Definitely awesome to see it all come together like this. I think it is a really bright color, and it definitely needs some accenting. So, you know, at some point down the road, it'd be great to get like a carbon section on the bumper, like a, you know, maybe a carbon wing or a carbon centerpiece. Maybe that would look good, doing a carbon centerpiece in the back. You know, get the wheels gloss black. Just get some black kind of going around the car to make it all sort of blend together, because it is a really bright color. But I think it looks good. You know, it's cool. Literally looking at the finished picture, except for the front bumper. So, you know, now we can finally see, hey, this is exactly how it's going to look, and I think it looks great. So, really, all it is just bolting the front bumper on, wet sand buff everything. Well, getting the front bumper, getting it painted. That's it. I mean, it's literally just the front bumper, and then wet sand and buff everything. So. Later on down the road, maybe a year from now or something like that, I want to replace this hatch, because the hatch, you know, has some rust underneath, and it had some rust up here that I'm worried about might come back at some point. So that might end up happening. Plus, the rear glass is in pretty rough shape. So if I could just find a used hatch with a good glass, that'd be great. But yeah, there's that. It's all bolted on, and we're making good progress now. So. Like I said, it's on the home stretch. We're almost done with this thing. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I appreciate it. That's going to be it for today. I know things have been slowing down a little bit, but we're trying to speed things back up here a little bit. So as you can see, as I showed you, the car is pretty much done, just waiting on the front bumper. But obviously, I need to wait for a little bit more funds to come in so I can order a front bumper. But there's still a bunch of other things I need to do that I can do right now. I still have to paint the wheels. I have to paint the rear calipers. I have to do one or two more things on the interior, but I'm also waiting for some things for that. So just a bunch of odd and end things, but you know, so let's see how much I can do right now. Maybe I'll give in and I'll just repair this front bumper to save me, you know, the $100 or so it'll cost me to get a new one. And then at least I'll have a front bumper on the car for now. And I can always get a new one later on down the road. But anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.